Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Cheryl. I'm a psychiatrist here to help you get unstuck by changing the way you think about your mental health. And today I'm going to be talking about excessive busyness and how it can be contributing to your stress, anxiety, overstimulation, and what you can do about it. So there's no shortage of things in our world today to keep us busy and distracted. From family to work to school to extracurriculars, many of us find that our attention is constantly in the external world and not focusing on what's happening inside of us. What a lot of people don't realize is that that can actually be a trauma response. Because trauma gets stored in the body in the form of painful emotions and physical sensations, trauma response involves avoiding, escaping, or distracting from those sensations and emotions in the body. So, constantly being busy with things going on in the external world or even with excessive mental activity can be a form of escapism or a survival strategy that serves to keep us away from the painful sensations going on in our body. And this is often below our level of conscious awareness. So, how do you know if your busyness is a response to trauma or if it's just you've got a lot going on in your life? And it may very well be both. So, if your busyness feels compelled, if you feel driven, if you feel like you can't stop, it's likely being driven by trauma. You can't relax, you can't slow down your mind, if you have trouble falling asleep at night because you're constantly busy doing things, thinking, planning, this is likely a response to trauma. So, why should we be concerned about this? Maybe we're, very busy and trying to be productive and we've got a lot of things to get done. Well, first, excessive busyness doesn't necessarily mean high levels of productivity. Because if we're disconnected from our body, sort of a level of dissociation that means that we're likely not going to be as effective and efficient in what we're doing as we'd like to be. The next problem is that being disconnected from the body can lead to a state of chronic overstimulation, anxiety, nervous system hyperarousal, and stress response. When this is happening chronically over weeks, months, or even years, this can lead to problems with anxiety disorders, depression, can lead to panic attacks, to burnout, to chronic high levels of stress, and even to exhaustion and physical illness because we're not paying attention to the signals coming from our body. So, what can we do about it? Well, first, we need to recognize that this is a dynamic that might be happening in our lives that needs to be addressed and make a decision that we want to start to make changes in our life. Second, I recommend that people start by taking just 5 minutes every morning to engage in a practice to downregulate your nervous system. And this can be a range of different things. So you really have to find what works for you. This could be stretching or doing 5 minutes of yoga in the morning while really focusing on the sensations that are arising in your body as you do so. Breath work is another great option. I really enjoy a 3-5-7 breathing strategy where you inhale for 3, hold for 5, and exhale for 7. So anytime our exhale is longer than our inhale, this is down regulating the nervous system, activating our parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system. You could also spend 5 minutes engaged in a mindfulness exercise or meditation. It might be focusing on a mantra, focusing on your breath, focusing on a sound in the background, like here the beautiful waves. You can even listen to a fan that's in the background, just something to focus your awareness on. I really love the guided meditation app Insight Timer. It's free, it's got thousands of meditations, and you can search by topic and by duration. So, whether you have 5 minutes or 15 minutes, there's going to be something on there that will likely appeal to you. So, after you've spent at least your 5 minutes engaging in this mindfulness downregulating activity, I'd like you to set the intention to check in with yourself throughout the day, checking in with your body, turning inward and really asking, how am I doing right in this moment? You might consider that you have a traffic light system inside of you. So, green means you're calm, you're in a flow state, you're being productive and efficient, you're feeling good, and you want to keep going. Yellow is sort of a warning zone. So, it might mean your stress level's getting high, anxiety's high. You maybe check and notice that your shoulders are tense or that your brow is furrowed, that you're working really hard. And you may be noticing signs that you're starting to disconnect from your body. Red light typically means we're overwhelmed, we're dissociated, we've got no idea what's happening in here. And if we do, it's really painful. And we want to just distract and push forward using busyness even more. So, what we want to do is start to increase our awareness of that yellow zone. And once we do notice that, Then you can start doing some brief interventions. Now, it could be what you did during your 5 minutes in the morning. It might be closing your eyes if it's safe to do so for even just a minute to do some slow, deep breathing. Might be going for a walk or putting your feet on the bare ground. Putting your feet on the earth can be obviously very grounding and relaxing for the nervous system and the body. So you'd really just have to experiment and see what's right for you. But the idea is that we need to be checking in regularly throughout the day. So this might be setting an alarm on your phone to do so once an hour. It might be every time you get out of your car, sit down at your desk, use the restroom, something that's going to be cueing you to check in throughout the day. This over time is really going to help to reduce your level of anxiety, stress, overstimulation, and help you to notice how often you are using busyness as a way of avoiding what's happening inside of you. In my next video, I'll speak a little bit more about how busyness can be a protective strategy, and how we can get to know the part of us that's using this strategy so that we can increase the amount of harmony and peace inside of us. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video.